Good morning, everybody. This is Diana Scott with Blue Castle IT Solutions. We're all about support, security, and peace of mind. Today, we're going to be going over a security series episode. Episode 4, is your remote VPN connection secure? We've got a lot of people working from home with COVID-19 and that situation that's going on right now. So I thought it would be a helpful video to discuss is the VPN connection that you might be using now that you might be working from home or you've got employees that are working from home, is that secure? Before I launch into it further, just going to say, if you are a small business owner or somebody who has new concerns about your remote VPN setup, please head on over to go.bluecastleIT.com. If you want some more information, please reach out to us. All right, so we're going to go into it here. There's a lot of different ways that you can remotely connect to your computer from home or from remote to a work computer from outside of the office, your business, your workplace. There's definitely some insecure methods that are still floating around. So I just want to point a few of those out. There's two main big ones that I would describe as basically unsecure remote desktop VPN solutions in place. One is called the PPTP VPN, which has been around since Windows 95 days, and in some cases is still used in organizations. It's often set up with a Windows server that's running RRAS, which is a remote and routing access service. And usually you can tell you're using it if you don't have a separate VPN application running on your computer, but you go into the built-in Windows settings and you sort of configure it to use that PPTP VPN connection. Its underlying protocol, while it does, it is an encryption format, it's basically fundamentally unsecure. It's been repeatedly cracked. It's just an old deprecated method for a VPN connection, and it's just generally regarded as insecure. Fortunately, we still have some companies that are still using PPTP VPN for their employees to this day. Remote desktop over the internet would be another big one, where you're using the Microsoft RDP application to remote into your work computer desktop from wherever you are working remotely. There's a way that that's set up where it's over the internet and using the public IP address or public domain name of your company. The way it's set up is a router or firewall on the network forwards the public internet traffic to the specific computer on your network. What that ends up meaning is that you have a local computer on your network that has a direct access from the outside. Yes, there's a password, that should be protecting that, but it's very risky to leave a computer on your internal network exposed to the public internet on the outside. But those are two very still common, still in use methods of remote desktop and VPN solutions in place. If you're using either of those methods, please, stick around to the end of the video. I'm going to talk about a more secure method, but please reach out to some sort of IT support professional. You can reach out to us at Blue Castle IT to discuss how to get you off those more unsecure VPN solutions and onto something that's more secure. I have something that I'm going to describe as okay, in that a lot of people are using it now, but there's some kind of concerns. I would say it's less than ideal, which is when companies allow their employees to use free third-party remote desktop tools such as LogMeIn, TeamViewer, GoToMyPC at their own discretion, because those tools are more secure than like a PPTP or RDP over the internet, because there is encryption in use. It's generally just a more secure thing to do than those unsecure platforms. However, usually those situations are a little risky, because when you're using that sort of software, you're leaving it at your employees' discretion how they're going to connect to their work computers. Well, it leads to questions like, who is maintaining or monitoring the software that's being used? What happens if that employee leaves your organization, but they still have that remote desktop access to one of your company's computers from their home machine? If you're not centrally managing the software that's being used to allow people to remotely connect, you're leaving major, exposure to your network. If you're a company, an industry that has cybersecurity concerns as part of regulations that they must adhere to. For example, in healthcare, you have HIPAA. That's a huge problem, a huge hole in terms of the security for your network. If you're trying to get cybersecurity insurance and you have to undergo an audit or risk assessment for any variety of reason, that is going to be a huge thing that's going to get pointed out, which is that you've installed software in a business computer that allows someone from the outside to get in, and you're not managing it as the owner of the business or as a admin manager of the business. So again, it's better sort of than using a PPTP VPN or RDP over a public IP address, but it's still problematic. So what's a good secure connection? Really simple. These days, we have firewalls, which what we call firewalls actually a unified threat management device. So these firewalls aren't just doing firewall port blocking, but they actually most modern firewalls are going to have a VPN built into the firewall itself, or in other words, the firewall is going to manage the VPN for the network. Everyone from outside of your business network connects to the firewall, and then the firewall then handles the traffic into the network. And most importantly, any sort of modern firewall that you're going to pick up these days will have a secure encrypted VPN traffic option. Usually that's going to be SSL VPN or IPsec or IPsec. Those are two secure encrypted formats for your remote VPN connection. So if you don't have that kind of arrangement, or you're not sure if you have a firewall, I would highly, highly, highly recommend, especially at this time when we've got a lot of employees working from home, that you reach out to an IT professional or come visit us, Blue Castle IT. Come on down to go.bluecastleiT.com and talk to us about what you need and getting yourself set up so that you are able to allow your employees to work from home and have it be secure. All right, that's it for today. Thanks, everybody.